Hello,
Hello,
who are you?
I'm Gustavo. My name is Gustavo Gnome. That's who I am. That's me in a cartoon. That is me in a stylized form, drawn by the wonderful B. Brunel. Shout out.
Very nice. Nice to see you. Mate, you and I have been friends for quite a long time.
Yeah, a couple years.
And yeah, great to have you here and talk to you a bit about stuff. You are involved in like so many projects. Could you give us a very small rundown of some of the stuff you've done so far, or why people might know you, even though they don't know?
You don't know the real me. You might know me from the band Gingerbee, the emo screamo band. If you're watching the BSDJ, skramzkast, you know Gingerbee started that internet band.
Yeah.
Love to see it. I'm also in an indie folk / emo band with my friend Clementine. It's called I Will Be Pretty When I Die. That's it. That's still going on. Gingerbee's still going on. I sometimes do features and solo music under my own name, which is just Gustavo Gnome. And in the past, I've had other projects like the indie folk lo-fi indie band Monkey and the Parma Virgins, the Discord core car seat headrest cover band. But if you know me from Gingerbee, you don't just forget I said that. And then yeah, I don't think anybody will know me from anything else.
Okay. I will say, if you don't know Monkey and the Parma Virgins, though, yeah, do check that out. Don't listen to Gus on that. It's still a great project. Lovely.
Yeah. It's you listen to the album Internet Folk Song. That's pretty good album.
Yeah.
Pretty good album.
Yeah.
Little bit dated.
Gingerbee fans would enjoy it as well.
But yeah, it's kind of like it's like the bedroom pop elements of Gingerbee, but it's just that. Yeah. No screamo.
Yeah. Fair. Alrighty. Awesome. Let's get rolling. So yeah, what's your musical background? And yeah, what music did you hear growing up? Things like that.
Ooh. So my parents are from Brazil. So I grew up listening to a lot of, samba, bossa nova. My dad likes jazz. My dad likes hip hop, rock. My sister, as a kid, got me into some punk music, some Green Day. I was into some Green Day, nice. System of a Down, Slipknot. She exposed me to all these things. And then also like Skrillex, Deadmau5. These are all things that I got hold of when I was like 10 years old. And then my dad knew some of the hits from Weezer and Radiohead, and it sort of went downhill from there. In terms of playing music, my sister started playing guitar when I was 8 years old, and I was like, that's pretty cool. So I picked up the guitar, and I've been playing since. And then along the way, I started playing bass and piano, violin, drums, and singing and producing. When I was like 15, I started actually making music. So sophomore year high school, which is actually like I'm seeing the kids nowadays, and you're in the BSDJ server and around the community, and 15. Some people are making albums when they're like 12. Like really impressive. Yeah. But anyway, that was just random. That's out of nowhere. Yeah, that's my musical. I like samba, bossa nova.
Amazing.
And screamo. Oh, wait. I'll tell you how I got into emo.
Okay.
I like the band Car Seat Headrest.
Yeah.
And then I listened to the album Twin Fantasy on Spotify, and then it auto-played to the band Glass Beach and Modern Baseball. And that was in 2020. And then from there, by the end of the year, I'd found Your Arms My Cocoon, which is the first screamo band I listened to. And then Brave Little Abacus, Weather Day, Glass Beach, Brave Little Abacus, Weather Day, Your Arms My Cocoon, Hey, I Love You. Those are the bands that got me into it.
Very nice. Yeah, I think that's kind of a different. Well, I guess because you're such a young person, also. But like from more the indie side of things, how you came into the scene is interesting, and also possibly different than most of the older people, I guess, have probably come up through punk and things like that. Well, so that's quite interesting. I think that kind of makes a lot of sense with your music as well, for sure. Interesting.
Yeah. A lot of people have the origins of like them coming into like emo screamo through hardcore and stuff, but I only found hardcore music or like more hardcore stuff, heavier stuff, after getting into like the weird screamo, bedroom pop screamo first. So yeah, it's different approach, but yeah, they're both equally valid and epic and cool. There's so much cool stuff happening.
Absolutely. Yeah. I like your comment about the young people as well, because that's quite funny as well, because I'm so old now. As you can see from my face, very old.
Yeah. Weather.
But yeah, like, I think that's just a universal thing, you know, like looking back and like, oh, the kids are just getting younger as you're getting older and stuff. But
like,
it really is like when I was that, I was like, you know, 25, and like 18-year-olds were starting to make cool stuff, because back then like the technology was so much worse. But now the technology is so much better, and it's just like on your phone for free you can make full albums, which is just amazing. But
yeah, I know a ton of people who are just like 12 and they don't even have a phone. They don't even have a computer. They have their family's computer in the living room, and they're making some heat. That's you know, like projects like, you know, Castle Rock but smaller. Controversial project. You can cut that out if you want. That's I respect Castle Rock but smaller for starting at like when I first met Castle Rock but smaller, Aiden, he was 12 years old and had already made like 5 projects, and I was like, what? Yeah,
for sure. All right, next, although we've kind of already brushed on it a little bit, so what instruments can you play? You've sort of said every known instrument that you can already play, but do you want to give us a list?
Yeah, I can really say that I'm competent at guitar. And then the other ones I can play enough to record, like piano, bass. I play guitar, electric guitar, classical guitar. I like the classical guitar the most. Drums, I can play enough to kind of record. And I've recorded for, you know, gingerbee. All my projects I've recorded, and for some other people I've recorded drums. Violin, I've played on a bunch of people's stuff. I don't know how to play. I just like composite a bunch of really bad takes together. Yeah, bass is kind of just like a small guitar, and I can play a bunch of little other guitar like things like banjo. And then piano, I'm okay at. Yeah, but that's and then singing the voice as an instrument. That's probably one of the most fun ones. Drums is the most fun instrument. Yeah, drums.
Why?
Drums is, yeah, because you just hit stuff. You don't even have to think about it. Well, you actually do, because like your technique and like, but it's just like drums is the best instrument, most fun. If you can get a drum set, it's a game changer. Just play on a drum set. It'll change how you think about like even composing MIDI stuff. Like,
I think the scene always needs more drummers as well. So I strongly
more drummers,
that
more
message.
bassists.
Yeah.
More drummers, more bassists. Stop playing guitar.
And singing. Everyone sings and plays guitar.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. Speaking to the singer and guitarist of many projects here.
But it's cool.
Okay. Next one is also, I think because you're in a few projects, this may be a bit of a challenging one. But what is your songwriting process?
Yeah, it depends. Something like Gingerbee, we're online, so we're in a Discord call, and things are very piecewise. It's very much like you start a demo, send it over, someone else works on it, sends it back, and you get like 20 seconds of a song at a time, pretty much. That sort of thing. But also happens sometimes that, you know, I write a whole song and record it and send it over to people, or someone writes a whole song, sends it over to me, and I add stuff like on the album, the I Will Be Pretty When I Die album with Clementine. She sends me whole song. I put piano, drum, like piano and just like little stuff on it, sing on it, or I do the same, send it to her. She does stuff on it. Yeah, there's a bunch of little different processes. I specifically, for the Monkey and the Pervergence album, very long time ago. It's almost 3 years ago now. But how that was done was pretty much just like 1 hour spurts of songwriting, just like I'm gonna sit down with my guitar and something's gonna come out of it. And I didn't even mean it to be like that, but that's just how all the songs happened. And that's also a way that I have done it. That's but I'd say the most fun way to do stuff is with people. So find people.
Very good, very good. Yes. So yeah, this also you have touched on a little bit, but what other types of music do you listen to apart from the types of music that you make?
Ooh. Other types of music. I've been recently getting into Ween, the band Ween.
Yeah.
Great band. They Might Be Giants.
Oh yeah.
Great band. I listen to a lot of jazz. Bill Evans. I love the Beach Boys. I listen to the Beach Boys. I listen to just like folk music. You ever heard of Connie Converse? It's a folk singer from the 50s. Singer-songwriter. She's great. Everyone should check out Connie Converse.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I've been getting into some electronic music, some Square Pusher, Aphex Twin. James from gingerbee showed me some of that stuff, and I've been getting into that. They have this percussion style, you know, that like IDM like percussion where it's going to. Yeah, I think I've heard it described as like penis music. I listen to a lot of penis music that has a lot of phallic textures and sounds. I think that's really, really inspiring.
This is going to be a good one to caption. Yeah, a huge penis on the screen.
Don't do that.
Awesome. Yeah, lots of different stuff. Yeah, I'm a big fan, especially of the electronic stuff, Aphex Twin and things like that. Are huge. Yeah. So good. Okay.
That's great stuff.
All right. So what is some music similar to types of music that you make that you listen to a lot, or do you have any recommendations for people? You can shout people out, or just anything you're listening to recently.
Some stuff that I really like of sort of contemporaries of the scene that I think are killing it. Godfuck, best band, killing it. The level of artistry on display and everything Godfuck does is incredible. The merch, the visuals, the music, it's all just so authentic and just so well done. I really just like it, and I respect it. Your Arms My Cocoon probably made the first like bedroom screamo album. I think that Death of a Rabbit's like the first fully realized full length bedroom screamo album to be released that I really got really hooked on. That stuff is really good. Other band, Crochet from Las Vegas. Nobody's doing it like Crochet. The math rock screamo, the guitar playing, the drums, the lyrics, it's all just so good and so tactical, and also inspired by a bunch of the really cool bands that are sort of killing it, like a couple years ago, like Black Country New Road, Black Midi. I think the next iteration of that is Crochet, if that makes sense. Also, shout out the Jordy Griep album. This is very, very, very off topic, but that album's something I've been listening to. Who else? Lobster Fight. Incredible band. I think Lobster Fight is still underrated. People listen to the album Sun Soaking by Lobster Fight. The songwriting on there is fantastic songwriting. It's like the Beach Boys but emo, and it's just some of the best songs you can hear. Yeah, listen to Sun Soaking. That's a criminally overlooked album in my opinion. Yeah, and it's still constant on repeat. That needs a vinyl release. So any record labels out here, hit up Lobster Fight for Sun Soaking. Yeah, that's all I can think of. There's a bunch of really cool bands.
Absolutely. Yeah. The scene, what do I want to say? I mean, it's all popping off right now. There's just too many to name. at the end of the day. Yeah, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
too many names. I'm sure I'm forgetting a bunch of really cool people. And
Yeah.
then, what do you call it? Yeah, right now is the best time to get into making weird emo, screamo music. Like, there's been no better time.
Absolutely. Okay, I got a couple of Gus specific questions for you.
Oh, that's me.
So, one is about being in multiple projects. Because you currently are in two superstar, enormously famous Coachella headlining projects.
Yeah, definitely.
So I guess, what do I want to say about that? I guess I'm kind of asking, like, do you think it's good to be in multiple projects, or do you think it's better to stick to one, or are there any kind of thoughts about anything like that?
Well, if you like making, I found that a lot of people, if you're gonna do a project in something like a heavier genre like screamo, a lot of people gravitate to also doing something more acoustic on the side, and that's just a natural thing. That if you like a lot of music, you're gonna want to make a lot of music, and sometimes it makes sense to divide it into different styles. Maybe this doesn't work with this artistic vision that you have. You don't want to make a project that's all jumbled with a bunch of different stuff. The fun part is combining stuff, and then also working with different people. Getting to work with different people, working by yourself, having different projects in that sort of vein where it's more of a collaboration. There's a bunch of different ways to approach it. They're all good. Doing stuff by yourself can be awesome. Weather Day, come in, top 5 album ever made for me. So you can do stuff completely on your own or completely collaboratively, and it's if it's good, it's good. If you had fun, it's good, and if people like it, that's a whole other question.
Yeah.
But if you got something out of making it, that's the real point.
Hell yeah. Very nice. Alrighty. Yeah, the next one is kind of about internet bans. I mean, we must discuss internet bans.
Internet bans. That's my whole thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's so many internet bans, but I do think you've been in some, like, very cool ones, and also ones that have been very appreciated by many people as well, like, so yeah, it's kind of similar to the last one, but yeah, what do you think are the benefits and the drawbacks of internet bans? Big question.
Ooh. I can only speak to the internet bans I've been in.
Of course, yeah, true.
Generally, I like recording as an internet band more because when you're an internet band, you're combining the writing and recording process. So there's a lot of wild ideas that happen and get sent and transformed in other people's software, and there's a lot of really cool stuff that can come out of that sort of workflow. The disadvantage, I'd say, of the internet band format is it's hard to get together, play shows, and tour. Like I don't have band practice. I don't practice. So there's like, before we go on tour, it's just like a month of like, I'm gonna learn how to play all these songs that we've all been writing for like the past 2 years, and having to write out sheet music for people, or just like figuring out the parts, sending all the stems. There's a lot of extra steps that happen with touring, and also it's really expensive. Yeah, but I think it's very internet bands are totally viable nowadays, I'd say. Like if you have anybody you want to make music with, you can make music with them and go on tour and whatever, sell merch, make really cool stuff. And it can, with the technology we have nowadays, you don't have to compromise your artistic vision for any reason. You can do it exactly the way you want to, even over the internet.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful time to be making art.
Awesome. Very nice. Okay. Moving on. So, what inspires you that is not music? So, what non-musical thing inspires you?
Non-musical things. In terms of lyrics, like, things around me, my environment, people I love, people I don't love. Uh, I like nature.
Hold on.
I'm
I've got
always
I've got
outside.
someone, yeah, calling. I'll be
Okay.
back.
Okay.
Oh, I've become like, what is this?
Become
Is this a
it's
skeleton
like
or a
a
panda?
skull. I was asking the same question.
Is this better? This is kind of cool. Let's go with this.
That's really cool.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Just delivery.
No
You
worries.
know how it goes.
I know how it goes.
Let me go back to the question and start
Okay.
you off again. So yeah, what inspires you that is not musical, or what non-musical things inspire you?
Ooh, yeah, for sure. For lyrics, it'd be people around me. I write a lot about people I love, people I don't love. Myself. I like being outside in nature a ton. That's like my job is doing environmental science and stuff like that. So I'm always outside. I always learning about cool patterns in nature that sort of oftentimes just correspond to things going on in my life and things that I see a lot. So it's easy to write about that. Um, I love I always get really inspired to make music after watching movies that I like or YouTube videos that really inspire me. Um, I love Video Game Donkey. That's some top. I always whenever I watch Donkey, I want to make music
Hell yeah.
because I just see the passion put into the craft of making something, and I'm like, okay, it's time to make something, and what I make is music.
Hell yeah.
Anything that'll get you going.
Yeah, definitely. All right,
Yeah.
very good. Gingerbee is inspired by Donkey.
It
That's
is.
the takeaway.
It is. Video Game Donkey is the key to making good emo, I think.
I think there could be an argument for it, for sure. All right, my next question is, yeah, what has it been like to see this project take off and become so popular and well received and loved and all of that? Did you expect Gingerbee to become popular? That kind of thing.
I think you can attest to we had no expectations going into it, just making this music. Every time someone listened to it, it's just like, wow, thank you so much for doing that. And a lot of people are doing that nowadays, or more than before, and that's very cool to us. Thank you for coming to the shows and listening to the music. Yeah, it's cool. It doesn't really change how we do things too much. Besides, like, we can play shows and people will go to them, which is cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's yeah, we didn't expect it, and it's very nice. People are very nice to us, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, we're moving into outlandish questions time. So yeah,
Okay.
these are just random questions which I got. I think a lot of these are from like a book I have, which is about how to talk to people,
Oh yeah.
because I'm not very good at that. So I have a book.
I have a couple books in the same vein. Some good books out there.
They're excellent books. All right. So the first question is, do you believe in marriage, and what is the ideal age to get married?
I don't know about believe into the institution of marriage.
Yeah.
I think that it can be good to have a partner to take throughout your life, but having to have the legal or religious, official marriage isn't exactly necessary, because you can have a beautiful, you can start a beautiful life and a beautiful family with someone. You don't have to be married. But I like the idea. Age to get married? I don't know. Make sure your brain's fully developed. It's like when you're above 25. I think
Very
when your
good.
frontal cortex is prefrontal cortex fully developed, I think you should make the plunge.
Very nice. Next question is: do you like sport, and do you play any sport, or did you play any sport when you were younger? Anything to do with sports?
Ooh, sports. Okay. As a kid, I'd play soccer. So I'm from Brazil. That's what we do. And then I would. My dad's a surfer,
Mm.
so I grew up surfing, and I've recently gotten back into it. In high school, I ran cross country and track, so I was a runner. And now I'm a surfer. For a while, I was a bit of a skater. I've never been good at any sports, but I like moving around. I do a lot of biking nowadays, but just to get to school,
Very cool.
and it's fun. I do
Yeah.
like this. Sports are cool.
Yeah, awesome. Uh, have we sweared? Have we cursed yet during this interview?
I'm not sure.
I don't pay
I feel like
attention at all, but I know.
I probably did.
Okay, good. So the question
Okay.
is, what is your favorite curse word?
Ah, shoot.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Favorite curse word. I feel like the classic F word
Mm,
just comes in handy. It's just it's a very useful communication tool.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, fair
it's a
enough.
classic tool.
Yeah.
I think it can be very funny as a point of emphasis.
Mm. All right, last outlandish questions. Question is, although I don't want people to realize from this that you've used this, but what is a good excuse for getting out of things?
Good excuse for getting out of things?
But yeah, I don't want to. I don't. I'm probably gonna blow up some spots here of like if you've used an excuse before, and then people are like, "Hey!" But yeah,
You know, this is an excuse. It's not like a made up excuse, but it is an excuse. The past academic quarter that I've had, I had pneumonia for like 4 weeks.
oh
So I got out of so much stuff by being like, I have pneumonia.
yeah,
So if you want to be out of commission for a couple weeks, get pneumonia. Or if you don't want to do anything for a while.
yeah, absolutely, yeah,
It's a pretty good excuse because people hear it and they go, ooh. They go, ooh. They go,
yeah.
ah.
You,
And not a lot of people know stuff about it, so you can kind of.
no, that's the
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, I love. Yeah, the medical excuses are great, but yeah, you've got the nail on the head there. I think you want it to be like serious enough that people know it's serious, but probably not terminal. But yeah,
Yes.
you don't want everyone to know everything about it. But
And just I actually did have pneumonia. I'm not lying.
I'm gonna send this around to all your professors. He was
Yeah,
just making it all up, everybody.
Oh yeah, I've also had this quarter another good thing.
Mm.
There was some people that asked me to play shows, and I was like, I have a repetitive strain injury in my hand, and that was also true.
Yeah.
And that's something that if you want to lie about, there's no way to like visually tell. You can just be like, oh, my wrist hurts, you know.
Very
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
That's a really good way to top 10 manipulation tricks.
Yep.
I love manipulation.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah. It's so. No, wait. You're meant to gaslight. You're meant to say no. It's not. It's not cool. I've never done
No,
it
no,
before.
manipulation is bad, and you should not do that because it will not get you anywhere.
Okay. Now you're trustworthy. Very good. All right, that's the last outlandish question. So, yeah, kind of moving into the winding up phase of things. Next question is, what advice do you have for people who look up to you or like things you've done or anything like that? Advice.
You should do things. You should create things. You should learn how to use tools that will allow you to create things, and you should start immediately. And then and also immediately, you should find other people, so you're not alone. And find a community. Go out to shows. I never got the chance to do that when I was starting making music because it was like pandemic. But now there's shows happening. A lot, most places where people live, there's really cool shows happening. So just go out to them. You'll find some friends. Make some music. If there's no shows or you don't find anybody cool in your scene, go online. There's a lot of people. Join the BSDJ Discord. Join the gingerbee Discord. There's people wanting to do the same things as you, and they can help, and you can make some really cool stuff together. Yeah, and that's just make stuff.
Hell yeah. Okay. Next is what's next for you and your projects? Anything coming up? Anything you want to talk about? Anything like that?
So the band Gingerbee, we're gonna have some songs that are gonna come out. That's coming, and then the band I Will Be Pretty When I Die, that's gonna have some songs that are gonna come out. And Gingerbee is gonna play some shows in various locations.
Oh.
And you can go to those. But I don't think, that's pretty much it on the horizon.
Yeah.
There'll be a Gingerbee project, Gingerbee tour, I'll Be Pretty When I Die, album, project.
Cool.
But this is big picture. This is big picture.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still going at it. Still making music. Still doing things.
Yeah, that's it.
These projects are active until they're not active.
Sadly, time exists and things happen at different times, and that's just.
Fuck, man, dude, that's crazy.
How shit.
Life
happens.
is so crazy. Life is so crazy.
Yeah.
You know when things happen, and then sometimes things don't happen, and then sometimes things happen that you didn't want to happen, but sometimes things happen that you didn't expect to happen. But big things coming though. Big things coming, Jordan. Big things coming. Pro tip: if you're in a band, you should always say big things coming.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
You should say big things coming. Yeah.
Don't do anything. Just keep saying big things coming.
Yeah, just be like, oh, we're doing a thing.
Yeah.
You should also try to sell as much merchandise as possible.
Well, it's all about money.
Yeah, yeah. I'm only in it for the money. The Screamo money.
Life is good.
Dude, Screamo paycheck hit.
Yeah.
I bought a coconut today.
Oh.
It was $5. I don't think I could have done that without the Screamo paycheck.
Yeah. Coconut money.
It was $5. Dude.
That's hella
coconut was
expensive.
$5.
Yeah.
I know. That's kind of a lot of dollars for a coconut if you think about it. Like how much?
You're paying for the experience, though, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess you are paying for the experience. I don't know how I'm gonna open it.
That's it. Like coconut's a weird thing like that because it's
Were you gonna say a fruit?
To eat. Is it a? It's not a fruit, isn't it?
They're
Is it
seeds.
a legume?
No, it's a seed.
Oh shit.
It's a seed. It's a seed.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep, I have a degree in biology.
Okay.
Yep, it's a seed.
There we go. We've learned something today.
Another big fact for you.
Yeah.
You know, chimpanzees aren't monkeys.
What are
They're
they?
actually apes. They're apes.
Okay.
So don't be going around saying chimpanzee is a monkey. Listen to me here.
But
you don't want to go around and say.
If you're getting that specific, are there any monkeys then? What's the?
No, there's monkeys.
All types of monkeys, just different types of like. Isn't an ape a type of monkey? No.
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
That's not true.
Okay.
An ape is a type of primate.
Yeah. What's a
and
monkey?
then also monkey is also a different type of primate.
Oh. Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't study monkeys.
I don't know anything about biology. I barely know that I'm alive.
Yeah.
Last question.
It's hard to know.
Oh, actually,
Okay,
this is not a question. This is not a question. This is your goodbye message to send people off with a happy message and to make them feel good about themselves. And also me, hopefully.
That's good. Well, I learned something the other day that I put into practice today, and it was wildly successful.
Yeah.
That you should always walk around with a half smile on, so that if somebody needs a smile, you're halfway there.
Ah.
It's a big advice. I talked to some people that I normally wouldn't talk to today.
Mm.
I had some conversations. I was carrying around a coconut, and I was halfway smiling. You know, it'll get you some places.
Yeah.
You should also manipulate people.
I'm just gonna cut it
we
after before that was quite nice until okay.
Yeah. You should cut that. You should cut that out.
No, we don't cut anything. Yeah, I'm gonna leave in like the 5 minutes I went to get the door delivery as well, and people will just be like, "What is happening?"
Yeah, I was like beatboxing during that.
Oh, cool. Okay.
You should put the beatboxing.
Actually, probably
in.
will keep that in.
I was just going.
Yeah. It'll sound good sped up, most likely.
Yeah.
All right, we're leaving you. Goodbye.
I'm glad we got to talk about so many cool things.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for having me on here. This is incredible. Like I've always wanted to start an interview like this, or start an interviewing cool people that I like, and then you already interviewed like a lot of the cool people that I like, and I would have wanted to interview. So you're doing it. I don't even have to do it now because you're doing it, and I really appreciate it. It's a very good resource.
Rather
for people
than you not having to do it, it's more like you can do it much better than me. Now that's the I set the bar really low, and then it's like all uphill from here, and that's the plan.
Yeah.
With this podcast,
I'm sure that there's people still listening to this at the end of it, so I think you're winning, Jordan. You can monetize this. You can make a lot of money. You should make this Patreon exclusive. You need to pay $10 a month.
That's a pretty good idea.
You should make it like only DVDs, and they're $20 each.
Oh yeah.
And you only send it out on DVDs.
I could probably buy a few coconuts then.
You should dude. I'm gonna have a coconut tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm crazy like that.
Coconut capitalist.
Yeah, I love capitalism.
And manipulation.
Yeah.
We're finishing it there. Goodbye.
Goodbye.